Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss convolution neural network. It is one of the type of neural network. The three neural network we have already discussed: the feed forward neural network, the feed backward neural network, multi-layer perceptron neural network, and now we are going to study convolution neural network. It is basically a deep learning algorithm which can take an input as an image, assigns importance, that means learnable weights or objects, various objects in the image to be able to differentiate one from the other. So this is very useful algorithm in nowadays. The pre-processing required in a convolutional neural network is very lower as compared to other classifications algorithm. And we can also say that this is a primitive method. Filters are hand engineered. That means most of the filtering are done by hand engineered, and enough training convolutional nets have the ability to learn these filters or characteristics. And the most important point is that a convolutional network is able to successfully capture the spatial and temporal dependencies in an image through the application of relevant filtering. And we can also say that the architecture perform better fitting to image datasets due to reduction in the number of parameters involved and the reusability of weights. And in other words, we can also say that the neural network be trained to understand the sophistication of image better. That means we take an input as an image and applying different type of operations on it so that we can extract different objects or element of that image on the behalf of probability. As you all know, the summation of probability is always 1. So we can see the architecture of convolutional neural network like this. There are basically 4 operations which are used in convolution neural network. The first one is convolution, the second one is non-linearity, the third one is pooling, or we say that subsampling, and the last one is classification or fully connected layer. So we see these operations one by one. So the first of all we see the convolution operation. In convolution neural network, CNN are a category of neural network. That means convolutional networks have been successfully identifying faces, self-driving cars, speech recognition, image processing, computer visions, machine translations are some areas in which the convolution neural networks work efficiently. So in convolution operation, the objective of this operation is to extract the high level features such as edges from the input image. If this is our image, we trying to fetch the different edges of the object. Next, the convolution need to be limited only one convolution layer. The first layer is just responsible for capturing the low level features such as edges, color of the objects, gradient, orientation, etc. With added layer, as you can see, there are multiple convolution layers. So with added layer, the adapt to the high level features as well. That means with addition of more layers, the architecture is try to adapt to the high level features as well. Now the second operation is non-linearity. As we all know, convolution is a linear operation. So we try to convert into a non-linear operation with the help of ReLU, which is also called as rectifier logical unit. So it is an additional operation called ReLU has been used after every convolution operation. It is stand for rectified linear unit and it is a non-linear operation, and the function is work as like this: fx equal to maximum of 0 comma x, and it is an element wise operation. That means work on per pixel basis of the image and replace negative pixel values in the feature map by 0. The purpose of this operation is simply to introduce non-linearity into our convolutional network, as the convolution operation is a linear operation. That means we multiply in the matrix by element and then perform the addition by softmax function. Now the third operation is in the convolution neural network is pooling, or we can say the subsampling. In pooling, basically we done what? Simply the pooling layer is responsible for reducing the spatial size of convolution feature. That means we try to reduce the size of the image or dimension. It is very useful to decrease the computation power required to process the data through dimensionality reduction. That means we can reduce the dimension so that the computation power also decrease. This is very useful for extracting dominant feature in our image, which are rotational and positional invariant. So maintaining the process of effectively training of the model. Basically, there are three types of pooling methods we generally employed in the network. The first one is maximum pooling, or we can say max pooling. Second one is average pooling, and the third one is sum pooling. In maximum pooling is used as noise suppressant. That means it returns the maximum value from the portion of image covered by the kernel. In average pooling, the average value is written from the portion of the image covered by the kernel. And in sum pooling, the sum of the values from the portion of the image covered by kernel is returns. And we can say that maximum pooling is better than the average pooling. So this is the pooling operation. And the last but not least, the operation is fully connected layers, which we have already discussed in our last lecture. In this layer, which is called FC layer, we simply flatten one matrix into vector and feed it into the fully connected layers. In fully connected layer, there are multiple hidden layers, and each and every neuron is connected to other neurons, and like multi-layer neural network. So at the end we get output by extracting different object in our image. For example, if in our image there are a boat, there are cat, dog or bird, then we can distinguish by their probability. So we can see here that the probability of getting both object in our image is 0.94. for dog is 0.04, the cat is for 0.04, and the bird is for 0.01. And you can say that the summation of all the probability is always 1. So this is very useful algo in deep learning by the use of feature extraction. So this is all for today. In next lecture we will see next neural network. Thank you so much.